Imagine you are submerged in the deep, heavy silence of the early morning. Your body is a masterpiece of biological engineering, performing a silent dance you never see. You're fast asleep, lost in the chaotic architecture of a dream. Then, without warning, your eyes snap open. The room is still. The air is cold. And for a few seconds, there is only the rhythmic pulse of your own heart. You reach for your phone, certain that you have overslept, but the screen tells a different story. It is 5:59 a.m. Your alarm is set for exactly 6 o'clock. You have beaten the machine by 60 seconds. Now, for many people, this feels like a brush with the supernatural. It feels like a hidden power, a glitch in the matrix of time itself. But science suggests that this eerie precision is not a miracle, but a molecular bugle call echoing through your cells. This is the investigation into the internal alarm, the secret science of why we wake up just before the beep. It is a phenomenon reported by millions of people across the globe. In a landmark study involving 269 adults, over half claimed they never needed an alarm clock or always woke up before it rang. Another 24% said they experienced this strange timing at least occasionally. To the person lying in the dark, it feels like an impossible intuition. Some believe their mechanical clocks make a tiny, prehistoric click just before the bell rings, a sound so faint it only reaches the subconscious. Others suspect they can feel the radiation of a mobile phone a split second before a call comes through. There are even those who suggest a morphic resonance, a theory that we can literally remember the future when it involves an annoying or provocative event like a buzzing alarm. But for the researchers studying the human brain, the truth is found not in the air around us, but in the chemistry within us. The human body does not use a single clock, but rather a vast collection of them. This internal timing system is known as the circadian rhythm. It is a relentless cycle that dictates when we eat, when we think, and when we sleep. This rhythm is so powerful that it can even predict the exact moment we need to face the world. Science has shown that this ability to self-awaken is not distributed equally. It appears to grow stronger as we age, becoming a refined skill in our middle and later years. Perhaps more surprisingly, it is closely linked to our personality and our ability to control our own lives. A study of over 400 students found that those who can wake up without an alarm often possess higher self-regulation skills. These individuals are more likely to perform daily tasks with precision and rely less on technological aids. If you are someone who consistently beats your alarm, you are likely someone who is highly synchronized with your own biological needs. But how does a brain tucked away in the darkness of the skull know that it is exactly 5:15 in the morning? It begins with a process of priming. When you set your alarm, or even when you simply tell yourself that you must be up for an important meeting, you are performing a form of subconscious programming. Some people even use physical triggers, like tapping their forehead a specific number of times to represent the hour they wish to wake. This act of externalizing your intent creates a timer inside your head. As the night progresses, your subconscious mind remains active, serving as its own sentinel. It monitors the passing of the hours with a precision that often exceeds our conscious ability to guess the time. To ensure you are not shocked or stressed by a sudden noise, your body begins to prepare you for the transition. It releases stress hormones early, raising your level of alertness so you are already climbing toward consciousness before the first beep of the alarm. To understand the true mechanical heart of this process, we must look at the molecular level. Every cell in your body is governed by a protein called period, or PER. The levels of this protein rise and fall in a perfect 24-hour loop. During the day, PER protein builds up, reaching its peak in the evening to tell your body it is time to rest. As you sleep, these levels drop, causing your blood pressure to fall and your heart rate to slow. For years, this was the mystery. We knew what told the clock to wind down, but we didn't know what activated us again in the morning. We knew the brake was applied at night, but we couldn't find the hand that released it. The breakthrough came from the Salk Institute, where researchers identified a specific gene known as KDM5A. This is the alarm clock gene. It encodes a protein called JARED1A, which serves as a master activation switch in our biochemical circuit. Every morning, JARED1A acts as a molecular bugle call. It searches for a brake protein called HDAC1 that is keeping your system in a restful state. JARID1A tells that brake to ease off, allowing the drivers of your biological clock to rev back up. This genetic shift initiates your metabolism, kickstarts your physiological functions, and signals your organs that it is time to get back to work. When this gene malfunctions, the results are devastating. In lab tests, organisms without a functioning JARED1A lost all sense of time, taking frequent naps and never knowing when to truly be awake. This genetic discovery explains why some people feel healthy and youthful while others struggle with perpetual exhaustion. A well-functioning biological clock is the foundation of health, influencing everything from how we process sugar to how our cells divide. When our internal alarm is out of sync due to aging or the grueling shifts of emergency work, our risk for cancer, diabetes, and sleeplessness skyrockets. The precision with which you wake up just before your alarm is not just a quirky habit or a lucky guess. It is a signal that your molecular machinery is working exactly as it should. It is proof that your body is listening to the subtle cues of your life and preparing you for the day ahead.
We often think of ourselves as being at the mercy of our technology, slaves to the glowing screens and buzzing devices on our nightstands. But the science of self-awakening reveals a different story. It shows us that we carry within us a timing system more sophisticated than any piece of silicon. Our subconscious mind is a guardian that never sleeps, counting every second in the silence of the night. Our genes are master conductors, orchestrating a complex symphony of proteins to ensure we rise with the sun. The next time you wake up and see that the clock is just seconds away from ringing, don't be spooked. Recognize it for what it truly is: your internal architecture perfectly synchronized with the rhythm of the universe. You are not just waking up, you are being summoned back to life by a clock that has been ticking for millions of years. In the end, the mystery of the internal alarm is the mystery of our own survival. It is the biological assurance that even in our deepest rest, we are never truly lost to time. We are governed by a clock that does not need batteries, a system that knows exactly when our story needs to begin again each morning. Your body is not just keeping time, it is living it.